Okay, the next one is academic noise. So, academic noise refers to the sounds produced when students are actively participating in the learning process. Unlike unnecessary noise or distractions, academic noise is considered productive because it shows that students are engaged in discussions, group activities, and asking questions, and also sharing ideas. In a student centered classroom, some level of noise is normal and even encouraged because learning becomes more interactive and collaborative. For example, during a group reporting, students may discuss answers with their classmates, exchange opinions, or brainstorms solution together. Although the classroom may be noisy, but this type of sound indicates that students are thinking critically and participating in the lesson. A silent classroom doesn't always mean effective learning. Sometimes active interaction leads to deeper understanding and better communication. That's why teachers should learn how to manage academic noise properly. The goal is not to eliminate the noise completely, but to ensure that it remains purposeful and connected the lesson. The next one is the beyond the immediate environment. So students are influenced not only by what happens inside the classroom, but also by the factors outside the school environment, like their family background, culture, community, peer groups, and social experiences greatly affects their attitudes, behaviors, motivation, and academic performance. Because of this, teacher must understand that learning is shaped by both internal and external influences. For example, is that a student who comes from a supportive family may feel more motivated and confident in the class because their parents encourage them to study. On the other hand, students experiencing family problems like financial difficulties or negative community influences may struggle to focus in school. Cultural traditions and values can also affect how students communicate, behave, and or participate during lessons. So this concept reminds the educators that education is not limited to school instruction alone. Rather, a learner's environment outside school plays also a major role in shaping their success and behavior. The third one is the minimum standards for physical facilities. So educational institutions are expected to meet certain minimum standards for physical facilities to provide students with a safe, comfortable, and effective learning environment. These standards are usually established by governing bodies such as the Commission on Higher Education or the CHED in the Philippines. They include requirements related to classroom size, lighting, ventilation, sanitation, libraries, and so on. The purpose of these standards is to ensure that all students receive the quality education regardless of the school they attend. Proper physical facilities help to improve concentration, participation, safety, and overall learning outcomes. When schools have adequate resources, teachers can deliver lessons more effectively and students can learn more comfortably. For example, a classroom with a proper lighting and ventilation allows students to stay focused and comfortable during discussion. Like what happened atong pagniagi nga discussion nga if naami sa 7th floor na ay aircon and then the facilities also is very good, so maka-focus ang mga students nga maminaw. At the same time, just like sa nahitabo sa kanang sa 5th floor sa Teresita building nga walay aircon nga udto na to nga tutok, init kaayo, so ang mga students panay sila reklamo. It's because dili sila ka-focus sa klase, rather nag-focus sila sa kung unsa ang unsa ang barrier or unsa ang nahitabo didto kay, which is isa kainit sa kainit mo tong dili ka-focus sa discussion kay sige panay rami og fidgeting, doing kanang like di mi mahiluna kay tungod sa kaigang. So it is important nga the facilities are well ventilated so that the students are stay focused and comfortable during the discussion. On the other hand, poor facilities can negatively affect learning, like overcrowded classroom, broken chairs, or lack of clean restrooms, or insufficient learning materials may cause discomfort and reduce students' motivation to study. Therefore, maintaining minimum standards for physical facilities is essential because the school environment directly affects the quality of teaching and learning. So that's the end of my part. Thank you so much.